Good afternoon, my dear friend. I want to go over some of the facts of your case so that these people who are watching this video on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook or wherever, who are scared, maybe like you, they have commercial licenses, maybe their lives are hanging on the line, their families, their wives are angry with them, which isn't necessarily what happened to you, but many of the people that come in here, their lives are turned upside down, particularly those people who have a lot riding on it, like businessmen, like commercial truck drivers like yourself, who could be working for many years with organizations, corporations, the city, and so forth, and then all of a sudden, in one moment, their life's turned upside down. Let me go over some of the facts in this case, just so that we can refresh everybody's memory. The officer said, I noticed that the driver's side headlight was set on high beam, and I pulled out westbound onto Imperial Avenue, and the vehicle behind me followed suit. I moved onto the number 2 lane. The vehicle driven by the suspect passed me in the number 1 lane. I pulled up behind so-and-so's vehicle and signaled for him to stop using my lights and siren. And the subject continued to drive, didn't pull over, according to the cop, veered into the left turn lane. They love to say that, you know, instead of turned into, they say you veered into the left turn lane. At 68th Street, attempted to complete a U-turn. Subject was unable to complete the turn in one movement. Big deal. That's legal in case somebody hasn't checked on it. And another officer witnessed the attempted U-turn, which is legal, and responded to my location to assist. I contacted the subject and asked for his documentation. Subject complied. I asked subject why he did not stop when I signaled. Were you signaling me? I didn't know. According to the cop, is what the subject said. I noted that the subject had slurred speech, red, bloodshot, and watery eyes. In 33 years, I've never seen a police report where they didn't say he had red bloodshot eyes. So it's just a stamp. In fact, the police reports are pre-filled out. And a lot of people don't know that, and we recently have proof of that, of just cutting and pasting, and it isn't even your police report in 9 out of 10 times. And I have absolute proof of that for my upcoming book. I asked the subject if he had anything to drink. He said he had 1 beer. I asked the subject to step out of the vehicle. He complied. I noticed the subject staggered as he got out of the vehicle and swayed as he stood in front of me. I could smell an odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from the subject's breath. I asked the subject noted questions. He agreed to take the tests. I conducted the tests, and he said that you showed gaze nystagmus, which is the pen test, at the extremes. It means your eye was jittering at the extremes, could not smoothly follow the pen with your eyes. During the one-leg stand, the subject could not keep his leg raised. 68% of the special forces types that join the police department fail these tests in a warm, cozy, unthreatening environment, and they expect you to do it under these circumstances. Freezing cold, scared to death, and with the job, and in your case, your career at stake. Subject dropped his leg at every number he counted. He also used his arms to balance and continually swayed side to side. During the walk and turn, subject started before I instructed him to do so, miscounted by 2 steps, multiple mistakes, skipped several numbers, paused on 2 occasions. All right, so unfortunately you didn't blow in the handheld, which I advise anybody that's not under prior court order, everybody that's not under prior court order, to never blow in the little handheld breath machine on pain of death. Unless they're on prior court order, like DUI, probation, or something like that, or under 21. Then they have to. All right, now let's go back and just talk. You can see the file's rather thick. And now, for everybody that's out there that's scared to death, when you came to us, you were in that category. Your commercial license was at stake. Without a commercial license, a job of many years driving would be out. If you got the DUI, your job would be out, and if you lost your license. So we have two aspects of the case that either one would sink you. We worked on the case, we accepted your case, we worked on the case very diligently. Multiple felony level trial lawyers went in and attacked and attacked and attacked, and you ended up with a DUI?
No.
No, you have no DUI. So when you hire Mr. DUI, you don't get a DUI. Now, but we had another, even more serious attack against you. And that was that the Department of Motor Vehicle wanted to take your commercial license. Without the commercial license, all these years that you've worked driving for a living would be down the drain. And you would have difficulty in these very, very difficult economic times in America to get a decent living and to save your family, to feed your family. Is that right?
That is correct.
And the DMV, which is a kangaroo court, where you have one, perhaps a little old lady with a gray metal government issued desk that isn't a judge, isn't even a lawyer, could have been selling women's lingerie 2 weeks earlier. And of course, we know what was expected there, and that person indicated in your case that your license was gone. It would be gone for a year. Well, we did an appeal, a very, very special type of appeal. That appeal takes it out of the hands of the Department of Motor Vehicles, goes to a 3-judge panel, takes 9 months normally to do, and then we asked the High Court to give you the right to drive during that appellate process, so you could maintain your job during the appellate process. So first we won on the DMV side in the court, but the court doesn't necessarily have to follow that. The DMV doesn't necessarily have to follow that. So then we lost on the DMV, but we filed a very special appeal to the High Court to get it away from the DMV. But it normally takes 9 months for them to make a ruling, so we won another bout with them in that we got them to agree that you could drive during the 9-month wait to reach the court.
Yes, you did.
And now you have won the appeal, and I want you to tell these people who are scared to death, who are everything, their home, their life, tell me how it affected you, if it affected you, what was going on inside your head.
When I came in to see Mr. Ellis, he was the man at first. As soon as I came in, I knew that he could handle everything. Once he told me that he could, I knew I could leave everything in his hands. Right now, I still have my commercial driver's license, still have my job, my family, and everything that he said that he was going to do, that's what he did. Mr. Ellis and his team of lawyers, they're the man. Come see him when you can.
Well, God bless you, and it's my honor and privilege to defend you.
Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
All right.